I spent my early 20s making just about every financial mistake you can imagine. I was living completely paycheck to paycheck, and honestly, I thought having $100 left before payday was a huge win. I was racking up credit card debt on stuff I don't even remember, and I had zero real savings. I genuinely thought becoming a millionaire was a game for other people. The lucky ones, the trust fund kids, the geniuses on Wall Street. It felt like a secret club, and my invitation was permanently lost in the mail. Then, after years of spinning my wheels, I stumbled upon a simple, almost laughably simple blueprint that changed everything. It wasn't some get-rich-quick scheme. It wasn't about timing the market or picking a magic stock. It was just a set of automated habits that put my financial life on autopilot. Today, I'm sharing the exact 5-step blueprint I wish someone had handed me when I was 20. This is your guide to building wealth without even thinking about it. The first and most important pillar is a concept so simple it almost sounds insulting. Pay yourself first. I know what you're thinking. Pay myself? I have bills. I have rent, groceries, a car payment. Trust me, I had the same exact thought. For years, my money routine was get paid, pay everyone else, and then see what was left over for me. The problem? What was left over was usually nothing. My aha moment was realizing I had it completely backward. The most important bill you pay each month is the one to your future self. Wealth isn't built with the scraps left at the end of the month. It's built with the money you take right off the top. This is where automation is your secret weapon. Let's be real, willpower is tricky. If you see that money sitting in your checking account, your brain is a genius at inventing reasons to spend it. A new gadget, a weekend trip, ordering takeout, just one more time. But when that money is gone before you even see it, the temptation vanishes. You just naturally adjust your spending to what's left. So here's your first actionable step: automate it. Right now. Log into your payroll or bank account and set up an automatic transfer. The day your paycheck hits, I want you to automatically move a percentage of it. 10% is amazing, but even 5% is a fantastic start, into a separate account. This one move, making your savings invisible, is the difference between hoping for wealth and actually building it. Okay, money is automatically moving into a separate account. So where does it go? This brings us to pillar number 2. The tax-free growth machine, also known as a Roth IRA. If I could go back in time and yell one thing at my 20-year-old self, it would be this. Dude, open a Roth IRA now. Here's why it's so powerful, especially when you're young. A Roth IRA is a retirement account where you put in money you've already paid taxes on. Because of that, all the growth, and more importantly, all the withdrawals you take in retirement are 100% tax-free. Think of it like this. You plant 2 money trees. One is in a normal field. When you harvest the fruit decades later, the tax man shows up and demands a huge piece of your harvest. The other tree is a Roth IRA tree. You planted it in a special tax-free garden. When you harvest that fruit, after it has grown massive, you get to keep every single piece. The tax man can't touch it. In your 20s, your income is likely the lowest it will ever be, meaning your tax rate is also the lowest it will ever be. It just makes sense to pay the taxes now while you're in a low bracket and let all that future growth be completely sheltered from the IRS. For 2025, the maximum you can put into a Roth IRA is $7,000 if you're under 50. Filling that account with something simple like a low-cost S&AMP, P500 index fund, and just letting it compound for 30 or 40 years can create a massive tax-free fortune. Your action step: go to a low-cost brokerage like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab and open a Roth IRA online. It takes less than 15 minutes. Connect it to your bank account and start feeding it with the money you automated in Pillar 1. You've just given your money a powerful tax-free home to grow in. All right, now we're getting to the really fun part. Once your Roth IRA is getting funded, the next stop is what I call the free money accelerator. I'm talking about your employer's 401k match. If your job offers a 401k with a company match and you are not contributing enough to get the full match, you are voluntarily taking a pay cut. Read that again. You are turning down a guaranteed 100% return on your money. No investment on earth offers that kind of instant, risk-free profit. Here's how it works. A company might offer to match 100% of your contributions up to 5% of your salary. If you make $60,000 a year, that 5% is $3,000. If you put in $3,000, your employer will just drop another $3,000 into your account. For free. That's an extra $3,000 a year you did nothing to earn. For years, I completely ignored this. I thought, I can't afford to lock that money away. Big mistake. I was so worried about my immediate paycheck that I was blind to the free cash I was leaving on the table. Your action step, today. Log into your company's benefits portal or email HR. Find out exactly what your 401k match is. Then, change your contribution percentage to capture every single penny of that match. This is priority number 1, even before maxing out your Roth IRA because it is free money. The personal contribution limit for a 401k in 2025 is $23,500, but your first goal is just to hit that match. Don't leave it behind. If this is starting to make sense and you're seeing how simple this can actually be, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're all on this financial freedom journey together, and I'm dropping videos like this every single week to help us get there. Pillars 1 through 3 will make you a millionaire. That is the safe, steady, time-tested path to a comfortable retirement. But if you want to speed things up, you have to move beyond just saving part of your paycheck. You need to own things that make you money. This brings us to Pillar 4, the wealth multiplier. For most of us, the most accessible version of this is real estate. Now, before you click away thinking, I'm 22, I can't afford a house, just hear me out. I'm not talking about buying your forever dream home. I'm talking about a strategy that young people are perfectly positioned to use called house hacking. House hacking is simply buying a small multi-unit property, like a duplex or triplex, living in one unit and renting out the others. The goal is to have your tenants' rent cover most, if not all, of your mortgage. You could essentially live for free, or at least dramatically cut your single biggest expense, while other people pay off your asset for you. Think about that. Instead of throwing rent money into a black hole every month, you're building equity while your neighbors pay down your loan. You get property appreciation, cash flow, and huge tax benefits. This one move can launch your net worth forward by 5 or 10 years. Of course, being a landlord isn't for everybody. If that sounds like a headache, there's an easier way: REITs, or real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own and operate real estate, and you can buy shares of them just like stocks. It's like being a landlord without the 2 a.m. calls about a leaky toilet. Your action step here is education. Start learning about your local real estate market. Hop on Zillow and look at duplex prices. Play with an online mortgage calculator. The goal isn't to buy a property tomorrow. It's to make the idea real and see it as an achievable goal in a few years. There's a hard limit to how much you can save. You can only cut so many expenses. But there is no limit to how much you can earn. And that's the final pillar: building your income engine. Relying on one paycheck from one job is one of the riskiest positions to be in. What if you get laid off? What if your whole industry gets automated? True financial security comes from having multiple streams of income. This is where side hustles and high-income skills come into play. I'm not suggesting you work 80 hours a week forever. I'm saying you should use your 20s, a time when you have more energy and fewer responsibilities than you probably ever will again, to build something extra. This extra income isn't for a fancier car or more expensive dinners. It's rocket fuel for your investments. Imagine making an extra $500 or $1,000 a month. That could fully fund your Roth IRA for the year. That could be the down payment on your house hack property. That money invested can compound for decades. You're trading a little bit of your free time today for a massive amount of freedom tomorrow. This is about moving from just trading time for money to building skills that generate income. It could be freelancing a skill you already use at work, like writing, graphic design, or video editing. It could be starting a small online store. It could be creating a digital course. So your final action step is this: identify one skill you have, or want to learn, that people will pay for. Dedicate 5 hours a week to getting better at it or finding your first client. It doesn't have to replace your day job. The goal is to create a second paycheck that you control, giving you both extra cash to invest and a vital safety net. So, there you have it. The 5-pillar blueprint I wish I had at 20. It's not magic, and it's not nearly as complicated as it seems. Pillar 1 is to automate your savings, so pay yourself first. Pillar 2 is to build a tax-free machine with a Roth IRA. Pillar 3 is to grab the free money from your 401k match. Pillar 4 is to multiply your wealth by owning assets like real estate. Pillar 5 is to fuel it all by building your own side income. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to get lucky. You just need to build these simple habits and let time and compound interest do the rest. The biggest mistake isn't starting with too little, it's not starting at all. The person you'll be in 30 years is counting on the decisions you make today. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. What's the one step you're going to take this week after watching this? Let me know in the comments below. I really do read all of them. And if you want more practical guides to building a life you control, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching.